Yep, it's time to move on from the dually. Money pit, the weld I'm assuming did not hold. Actually, I know it did not hold because what I did is we aired it up, sprayed some good old soap behind it just to check, and it was actually leaking behind the weld. So maybe it cracked a little bit more, or maybe that air is just pushing up through the weld. I mean, I've seen stuff like that before. OP, oh, trying to make a video here, man. There's not. You weren't barking the whole time. You're just mad. The camera's not on you. Here, give me a second. There. Now the camera's on you. Are you happy? Now you're happy. Now you're walk over here. You're stop barking, the whole works. You're even lay down. No, no. You're back up. Crazy dog, I tell you what. Just a pure crazy dog. So what we're going to do is move on, and we're going to start working on the frame of First Class. Guys, we're not going to get too deep, but yet we're going to get deeper than what I had planned on getting originally. Originally, if you remember, all I was going to do is knock off the big stuff with a screwdriver, and then, well, then basically get started on throwing some Por 15 on it and calling it good. I decided we have a little bit more time than expected, so I'm going to take the grinder to it, and we're not going to get too crazy though in the wise of this kind of stuff right here. You know, the screwdriver wouldn't knock that off, but yet that doesn't need to be there. These big holes in the frame here, man, I tell you what, these fifth wheel sliders, they can be kind of brutal underneath there, because this fifth wheel slider used to be all the way back here. Opie, you're killing me, dog. Just pure killing me. It's like the ridges here. We're going to take these down, and then we'll take a different sander to it, grinder wheel to it, and we will smooth it out about as good as we can. And then we'll put the Por 15 on. Little stuff that we're going to take care of too while we're here is that, like this right here is an old half fender mount. This right here is an old half fender mount. Now originally when I put this brand new fifth wheel slider on, I thought I was getting all new side rails. Well, they ended up reusing the side rail. They had this off the truck at one time. I really wished they would have just taken the grinder and hit that right there, because that's going to be kind of a bear to get up in there. It might actually need a little torch. I don't know. We're going to see if we can get it up in there. This one right here is just a bolt. We'll take the bolt out, maybe have to chisel on a couple little tiny welds. Wow, somebody really could not weld when they put these on here. They did a crappy job, which is awesome for me because I can actually cut it with a grinder. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Little bud has a football game here in about 2 hours, so we're going to work on this for a couple hours. Then we're going to go to his football game, and then we'll see if we have time to work on it after that. I'm not expecting to finish this all in this video, just to let you know. We're just getting started on it and getting to moving. This is probably going to be a 2, maybe 3 video process here. Like I was saying, it just blows my mind how much those fifth wheel sliders build up rust under them over time. This frame has almost 2 million miles on it, so let's give it a little bit of a break. It's holding up solid. Every time you guys see that little bit of dust plume, I'm kind of hoping that come across the camera. It'd be a you know, an orangish, it would be a rust colored dust plume. That was when I was getting a, I don't know what you call it, a rust patch, and then getting it down to the frame. So there was a lot of that. I mean, as you can see here, we've actually, you know, we got a little bit there, but we've actually gotten it down to where there isn't any bubbles. I mean, we have some over here we got to get rid of yet. Those bubbles is what the rust hides under. Little stuff like this right here. And that is getting too nitpicky for me, actually. I probably shouldn't worry about that near as much as what I am. But I mean, we're just gonna, see, like this right here, that's a rust bubble. Underneath that, this will pop right off with a little bit of grinding. But underneath it, you're gonna see a ploof of rust dust, whatever you want to call it. I had seen in the comments of the last video when we had talked about working on FirstClass and what we were doing to it, someone said, well, why don't you just sandblast the frame? This isn't a frame off restoration by no means. Quite frankly, I don't want to spend the money to have somebody come in and sandblast the frame, because there'd be a lot of components that would have to come off before I let them hit it with a sandblaster. And we're not by no means restoring the whole back end of FirstClass here. That would be awesome. That would be superb to take all the components, all the airlines. Oh, shut up! Take all the airlines off underneath there and actually hit it the right way. But this is purely a cosmetic cleanup with a little bit of, I don't know, maybe extender, rust preventer, whatever you guys want to call it. But that's what's going on right now. German. You are being a major pain in my butt right now. I'm not going to lie to you. This is all you want right here. You just want that camera pointed at you. Then you won't bark. You won't play with the ball. You won't do anything. Point the camera at you. That's what I need to do, is just set the camera here and just walk away. Then maybe you wouldn't bark at anything. Nothing to say about it, huh? Okay. I'm going to go back to work over here. Nope. He's sitting there looking at us still. Let's get back to work. Well, if you're wondering, is it hot out? Yeah, we're at, what are we, the first week in October? Yeah, I think we're the first week in October, and it's still, I think it's 82 degrees today. The heat just, it's going to stick around for a little bit, which is okay. We need to paint this, we need to get this done so the heat can stick around for a little bit, I guess. That fender mount came off extremely easy. You see what I mean when I said, thank goodness they let's just say I'm glad that they were not good welders. If they were good welders, that would have been a bear. This other mount, we're gonna have to take the yeah, we're gonna turn up to the dually, get the sockets, and take that bolt out and see how much we have to actually pry on that to get it off. Today's National Mower Day. Every one of my neighbors is mowing. You hear him? You hear that dog? I tell you what, dog, you're gonna be the death of me. I'm talking to a camera and he's not on it. But it's National Mower Day, I think. Everybody is mowing. Everybody is mowing around me. I'm not gonna mow. I'm not gonna be that neighbor. I promise you. Nope. I'm not gonna be that neighbor. I'm not gonna mow my yard when all my other neighbors mow their yards. That's not gonna be it. You know, I watch those shows, like Match Recovery down in Utah, and every single one of their builds, they weld everything. Everything gets welded to the frame. There's no bolts. It's all welding. And me being a truck driver, or somebody who drives older trucks and has had everybody's hand-me-downs for, you know, used trucks my entire life of trucking, I just think every time I watch him weld something up, you better own that for the rest of your life. Because if you don't, the next person who owns that is probably going to hate you with a passion. Mr. Pinky down there is not supposed to be that big. Mr. Pinky no longer bends. Not 100% sure, guys. I almost think that bolt might be welded in there. My goal was to break it loose, and then as I'm taking it out, hit the old record button, you know. That way it saves me from editing out any cuss words that may come out of my mouth. And it's not budging. I was underneath of it, on the back side of it, getting the socket out, or, you know, wrenching on it, and it's not budging at all. And that's when it happened. The great Pinky might be sprained incident. It's not broke. It's just sprained. She's swollen up, and I can't bend it, but I think it's just a little sprain. We'll tape it to that finger. We'll call it good. We're going to take this off. Duct tape. What can't duct tape fix? I swear to it, duct tape fixes everything. Alright, so we're going to switch the grinder over. We switched over to, it's more of a, well, I don't know what it's called. Metal blending Z36 grit. It's basically sandpaper on steroids. I love these. When I discovered these wheels, those were game changers for me. We're gonna hit it real quick, hit everything real good, and then I don't have my watch on, but it's getting about close for football. I am gonna make a call about that bolt. But let's get this back frame part finished up at least before it's ready for paint, and then we'll move on to taking the pogo stick off, taking the air lines all off, redoing all that up there, and then get that bolt off, and we should be ready for paint. Well, I'm thinking I might have goofed up a little bit. Nah, not really. I am going to have to put a primer on that before I put the Pour 15 on it. It's not going to be a Pour 15. I don't know what they call it. Pour 15 has a fancy primer that they have that they put on bare metal or surfaces before you can actually use the Pour 15. Up here, no, up here we just did the straight Pour 15. It's holding up fine. So, but since I took that down to bare metal, I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to put a primer down on it after I clean it up real nice. It's just going to be a normal primer though, because the Pour 15 fancy primer is a week out. I'm not going to wait a week. I want to be painting by tomorrow or by the next day, because we have to finish up front of the truck yet, or up front of the frame yet. Redo the whole air system there. Clean it up real good. Throw some paint on it. Let's not get too technical into this, Kurt. It's real easy, real easy to keep digging. Keep going. When it's just part of it. You know, you start something and you could go deeper and deeper into it if you want to. No, I don't think I want to. We're just going to go so far. Or make it look good enough and kind of help it to where the frame doesn't rust away quite as bad in the future. As for right now though, we need to run inside, get cleaned up, and go watch some football. Well, we're just going to have to talk over the air conditioning blowing. We got in the truck, it was 84 degrees. I don't care how hot it is. I got to start the beard. Honey, I got to start my beard.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we did. Trimmed up a little bit, left a little scruff there, trimmed the goatee up. I'm never going to get rid of the goatee completely. A fresh start would be the way to go. Right, honey? Fresh start.
Have you seen your face without your goatee? I love you, but you definitely have a butt chin. Like, big.
You ass. You're making fun of me.
Babe, it's been that way since high school. So.
Well, I've had a goatee since high school.
I know that.
How do you know what my face looks like?
Oh, I know what your face looks like.
Ah, that's brutal. That's brutal.
It is not.
The love of my life, my sweet love, just told me not to shave my goatee off because I have a huge butt chin.
I'm just thankful our kids didn't get it. So.
That is so rude.
I love
that is so rude. So rude. I can't believe she said that.
I love you.
Oh my gosh.
I have lots of freckles.
So rude. It just blows my mind that you said that.
That's why your subscribers love me.
Think so?
Yeah. I'm God. I tell the truth. Oh, I don't sugarcoat.
Gosh. It's horrible. You're just mean to me.
I try.
Oh, I hope you know that.
I try to be.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows how mean you are to me. Who are we playing today?
I don't know who that is. Oh, Lawton Bronson.
Lawton Bronson. Look at the size of those boys.
They got a few big ones.
They got some big boys there.
They got a lot of Troys too.
It's supposed to be... Good Lord, now you just called your son short.
No, he's getting really tall.
Do you even love the men in your life?
Shut up.
They're supposed to be real good. We're supposed to have our hands full on this game. So far our record is 4-0, but we're supposed to have our hands full on this one.
Ooh, look at all these people taking your spot.
They took my parking spot, honey. When the high school plays, guys, you guys have seen us park up on the hill.
In the shade.
Yeah, I think so. When the high school plays, we park up on the hill. But when Troy plays, I like to park right beside, right there. But these very mean and cruel people have taken my place.
I think it's the cheerleaders.
Is it really?
I think so.
We gotta have words with cheerleaders.
Oh yeah.
We're taking them down.
Alright.
Alright guys, well, I'm gonna switch cameras here. We're gonna go over to the fancy camera if I can zoom in on little bud playing some foosball. So we're gonna get some football shots and then we'll move on from there. We got a few other things. I want to go right back to working on the truck, but I just got informed that I may have to take Tater Tot to dance. We'll have to see which one we do there. Because if we do take Tater Tot to dance, you know what that means, right? It's in Denison. Car wash. They have the best car wash I've ever been to there. So we might actually do that voluntarily.
Remember, right? And then are you done for the rest of it? Yep. Okay. That was very nice of you, Joey. Oh, thanks.
Oh, they got him. He gone. He gone.
There we go. There we go. Come on. Go, 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 go.
There we go. There you go. He's out. He's going. He's gone. He's gone. Go, 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 go. Yeah! Woo! Good kick. All the way down 10-yard line.
Get him.
Yeah! Straight up the middle, Ryan. Did he make it? Yeah, he did.
Okay, there he is. Get him.
He's heading for the outside. Pass, 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 pass.
Get him, get him, get him, get him.
Okay, ready?
Go, 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 go! There we go, there we go.
Make it? Well, I tried to record a game for you guys more than usual. I couldn't do it. Holy crap. That is hard to try to record a game and watch the game. It's almost impossible. It was impossible. I had to put you guys down for a while. Well, that was our first defeat of the whole season. They beat us. It was one of the toughest, hardest games I think I've watched in a long time. And that goes high school, college, NFL. NFL, they get paid millions of dollars. They're actors, not players. But in the wise of everything else, wow, that was just an awesome game. We lost, but it was still a good game. Our boys played hard. They played tough. I'm recording this now before Troy gets in the pickup because I quite frankly don't know what kind of mood he's going to be in. He played hard and he played tough. I missed him out there a few times. I didn't see him out. Usually he doesn't. They were playing him on different positions. I sadly didn't catch those positions. All right, guys, so we got that done. That's a check. Now we're going to go home and we're going to go on to our next project. Well, or go back to our other project. 6, 7. Ooh, we got about an hour and a half. We could go work on the truck. Should we go do that? Yes, I had to come to Denison to take my daughter to dance. Unfortunately, I'm thinking this is probably going to be her last night. I know this is going to be my last night bringing her over. The whole work thing and all. So I had to get our traditional crab rangoons. We're going to have crab rangoons when she gets out of dance. And then I'm going to run over here and I'm going to wash my truck up. One last time. One last time for everything. It's a big pill to swallow with her quitting dance. She's been in it since she's been 3 years old. I remember when she got her first pair of tap shoes. If I can find that video, I'll put it on here. Her dancing in front of Walmart while we were waiting for Sarah. She was doing some shopping inside and Paige put her tap shoes on. I think she was 3, maybe 4. Her just tapping around out on the sidewalk. Things change. You have to be okay with change. You got to be okay with different. You got to be okay with life moving on. But like I said, if it's not her last, I know this is my last coming over here because of the whole work part. We'll be back in the truck here. So let's get this thing washed up, and we'll wash her up real good once we get home. Or I'm sorry, we'll wash it up real good before we leave back out in the truck. We gotta get that frame and all that air stuff done. I want to get done to it, so we'll probably finish that up tomorrow. As of right now, guys, I'm gonna cut you loose. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.